Andrew Gold on his YouTube channel called On the Edge did a recent video about Lloyd Evans and about how some may leave the cult of the Watchtower and go into another cult, one being the Lloyd Evans cult. He called it Leaving Lloyd Evans, 5 Worrying Signs You're in a Cult Again. And he published it on April 20th, when it's funny, my blog already said that back in February. The screenshot is shown in this video where I said that Evans doesn't know how to escape from the Jehovah Witnesses. He was dumped and shunned. How do you escape from Evans is the question. Then Andrew Gold says about the same thing, leaving Lloyd Evans, and how difficult that may be for his followers who may want to leave and feel they can't. Anyone having any interaction with Lloyd Evans knows you primarily must hang on to his every word as if he's some Watchtower expert, and praise him and worship him and give him money to be accepted into the cult of Lloyd Evans because he acts very culty. And if you question his actions, like how come his channel's a nonprofit and then he spends the money on hookers, he will block you and virtually kill you. Interesting how the original thumbnail screenshot of Gold's video had a photo of the People's Temple founder Jim Jones alongside Lloyd Evans. I should have gotten that screenshot when he first posted the video, but I didn't. Now Andrew changed it to a photo of the actor and comedian Ricky Gervais alongside Evans. Isn't that interesting? Fear factor much? Andrew Gold also showed a photo of some of the dead bodies at Jonestown, and then later he blurred out that photo, hiding that, but you can see he did edit the original video and he softened it in favor of Lloyd Evans. I predict Mr. Gold will soon be doing a giant apology video to Lloyd Evans and bend a Masonic knee to him, hoping that Lloyd Evans will forgive Andrew Gold for doing those videos that are not favorable to Evans. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens as the plot thickens while Evans' hair gets thinner and flatter. I guess he's got stress being all involved in covert actions for the country of Ukraine. And soon the globalists will thank Evans for saving humanity from destruction while he skates off with the treasure he buried inside a consensual sex worker over the age of 18. The link to the full Gold video from April 20th is in the description box below this video.
Asks members to judge them by their words, not their actions.
Judge me on my words.
When you say judge me by my words, they might respond, judge me, well, I'll judge you by your actions.
I've only ever had sex with consenting adults.
When I went to Argentina and exposed an abusive exorcist who was taking advantage of schizophrenic young women in his church, he also spoke in those kinds of religious overtones and asked all of us to sort of judge him by the things he was saying, but it was what he was doing that was important. Meanwhile, unrest had been bubbling beneath the surface in the Lloyd Evans community for some time around alleged bullying, doxing, which is when you give out someone's address or their name or point them out to your followers so that they have a go at that person, shutting down of thought, the revelation of Lloyd's dalliance with sex workers who were likely trafficked, and his refusal to apologize to those financially supporting him. Lloyd's sexual escapades are reminiscent of many cult leaders who engage in abusive and hurtful sexual behavior while leading their cult and preaching the righteous path. More egregious examples include Jim Jones of the Jonestown Massacre, who preached racial equality while keeping the white women close to him, and the likes of Keith Raniere of Nixium, who talked of being charitable and was even endorsed by the Dalai Lama, but was making sex slaves of his members in secret and branding them with his own initials. Now, what Lloyd has admitted to is not on the same level, not by a long shot, but he was potentially taking advantage of sex workers whose consent is blurry at best and whose pasts will be dampened with darkness. The hypocrisy from someone so ready to call out others for their indecent behavior is startling and quite typical of cult behavior.